You know why they call me the human algorithm? Because I figure shit out by analyzing data, and what's obvious to me, a lot of people won't even notice it. So I really want you to think about what I'm about to tell you. A few weeks ago, Ryan Garcia posted a rant on his social media about how they took his phone and they were not letting him leave and they were controlling him. He never said who they were. However, um, shortly after that, he appeared on a video, on a short, maybe 10-second video, where he was interacting with a police officer. And at that moment, it appeared as if though he was in custody or as if he was not free to leave. And the video cut away, and we never really got an explanation about that interaction. What is he doing with a police officer right after this rant of they controlling him? Okay, I was wondering what's that interaction about with a police officer. Well, shortly after that, Ryan went on, to some YouTuber on her channel and stated that he was robbed recently. And she asked him about it. He said that they stole his watch, like a $50,000-$60,000 watch, and I don't know what else. Here's the funny part about that, and where the human algorithm starts going into play inside my head. I asked myself, what is he doing with this police officer? Okay, it explains it away. He was with a police officer because he got robbed. So he gave me the explanation. But wait a minute. Ryan is one of the most famous active boxers of today. He has 10 million Instagram followers. Not that many fighters can say they have 5 million Instagram followers. So, with how famous he is, wouldn't you think is odd that someone of his profile would be robbed and it never made it to a single news outlet? No news station in the state where he lives, no news station that talks about boxing even mentioned that Ryan Garcia was robbed. Why do you think is that? I'll tell you. Because he was never robbed. He made up the story about him being robbed to explain away what was he doing with a police officer. So after I analyze all of this information, I come to the conclusion, the realization, the understanding of what's actually going on. That video with Ryan Garcia, with the police officer, he was actually being held involuntarily. That's why when he posted that rant, he said they're holding me against my will or something along those lines. So what I'm guessing is that he had a mental breakdown and they had to call the police. The police got involved, and I'm not sure what state he was in, but he was in a hold. And that's why he wasn't free to leave. And that's why he was with a police officer. So, subsequently, when you go through that process, someone is going to evaluate you. And if they need to medicate you, they're also going to do that. So there's a possibility, and I feel confident that right now Ryan is on psych medication. Right now. So, which is why every time you see him training, he's in a gym, with 4 or 5 people, empty gym, or you see him in an empty hotel with 2 or 3 people. He's being isolated and kept away from the public because he's under medication. And when you're under medication, you're going to act out. You're going to act weird. You're going to say crazy things, and people will notice it. So they've been trying to do that damage control by just keeping him away. Make sure he doesn't say anything or do anything too crazy, but he's still doing it on social media. And now we see that he deleted all of his social media posts. But I digress. My whole point is that there's a group of people who know what's actually going on with Ryan. And that same group of people is doing everything they can to hide his mental health status from the public. And this is why Ryan doesn't want to, take that mental health evaluation. He knows what's going to happen, and his whole team knows what's going to happen. He's going to flunk that thing, and the fight is going to be called off. So in order to make this fight happen and everybody can make all this money that they're about to make, they have to do everything possible to make it seem to you like Ryan is just trolling. Everything is fine, he's good, and we're having a fight soon. But the reality is that this kid is messed up in the head and he really needs help. All you have to do is look at him from back when the birth of his son. Remember that? His son was born, and minutes later he posted that he was single or leaving his girl or something like that. And ever since that, everything about Ryan has been off. The way he talks, the way he acts, the way he's been behaving, everything. So you make your own conclusion. But I'm telling you what it is. And I don't miss. So y'all already know what it is, man. Box Center. Your favorite boxers, favorite boxing show. Y'all already know what it is, man. Peace.